Hey everybody, Tim Kelly here for Master Photo Techniques. This will be the first, if it comes out in order, of many short videos that we're working on to kind of just be able to get something out a little more consistently to you. We do get a lot of questions on the comment part of the site, of the YouTube site, so therefore I want to start gleaning some of those. So if you have questions, why don't you go ahead and put them in the comments and I will try to address them. This first one is a common one that I see, and it's asked actually in person as much as it is online, and that is why I chose Canon cameras. I'm going to tell you the very, very brief story, but first let me dispel any rumors, issues, whatever. Nobody gives me anything, and it's only been life circumstances that have caused me to become the Canon user that I am at the moment. And I've used many things. The Canon that I currently use is just a 5D Mark IV. Completely happy with that as of this date. And I will also fall back to other models as needed. But my story is, I was a Canon user at first in the 60s. And I actually still have that camera, which I will share with you here. And then I only had like one lens for it at that time, a 50. And my new father-in-law was an active photographer, and he had Nikons, and he had like 5 lenses. So guess what? I switched to Nikon. So I was with Nikon for my 35 work for a number of years. Of course, I was shooting Hasselblad as well. But then when digital came along, Kodak used Canon bodies for their first really heavily released digital camera. So because I was on the cutting edge of that, I switched back to Canon, and there I've stayed. Now, common question is, why don't you switch to mirrorless, go to Sony, go to one of the big Fujis? Well, the reason is simple. I like what I get out of my current setup. Most of my portraiture doesn't go beyond 40 inches, so these cameras work really well, and I do have medium and large format if I need it. So let me just show you a couple of the cameras that I use. The Canon Mark 5D, Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV, and this one. This is one of my favorites. I actually did use this 4x5 film. And also a 4x5. This is the Graflex home portrait camera. It's awesome. I had it wired for strobes. My poor man's Hasselblad, the Kawa 6. This is what I meant to show you. My first Canon, circa 1967. 68, somewhere in there. Canon TL. It was great until I got a bigger camera. I was with the Canon family. So I took this time this morning to share with you what I use, where I've come from. You see in all my other videos the equipment I use, and I'm not a gear hound. I'm not about the latest, greatest. I don't even like to teach about equipment, because it does change. I rather teach, share my techniques, my lighting and posing. That's what this channel is all about. So I'm not really about gear, but I did want to answer the question, why don't you use Nikon or Sony or mirrorless or any of the other many questions you may have? Hopefully that puts that one to bed. It's been a pleasure to be with you today. Watch for more shorts from Master Photo Techniques.